Today's topic is anatomy and physiology of the ear in the unit of the sense organ. Okay, in previous lecture we have seen the anatomy and physiology of the skin. Okay, now we will see the second sense organ, that is the ear. So let us see the introduction of the ear. It is a sensory organ. Okay. It has two main functions, that is the hearing and the balance. Okay. Ear, it is useful as well as the vital organ for hearing as well as the balance. Second, the sense of the hearing that is essential for the normal development and the maintenance of the speech as well as the ability to communicate with the others. Speech and communication, it is essential part of our life. Without ear, it is not possible. Okay, so ear, it is the essential organ as well as the vital organ and for the hearing purpose. Balance, on the other hand, it is also essential for the maintaining body movement, position and the coordination. Okay, for maintaining gait as well as the position as well as the coordination, it is essential for maintaining routine life as well as some body movement. It is essential. Okay. So now we will see the structure of the ear. So first one is the outer ear. Okay, outer, or we can say external ear. External ear. First we will see the parts of the external ear that can be visible. So see, this is the helix. Okay, then this is the fossa of the helix. Then see, this is the antihelix. Here there is a concha. Then here there is a antitragus. See, this is the lobules. Then fossa of the antelix. Then exterior or external auditory canal. Here there is a tragus. Then below the tragus there is insula intertrachea. Okay, so these are the parts of the external ear. Okay, so most important part, that is the lobules, helix. Okay, see, this is the helix. See, this is the fossa of the helix. See, this is the external auditory canals. So let us see the structure of the ear. So in that, the ear is divided into three distinct parts. Okay, there is three parts of the ear. It is divided into three parts. Okay, so there is a three parts. First one is outer ear. Okay, second one is a middle ear, and third one is a inner ear. Okay, three parts of the ear, that is the external ear, or we can say outer ear. Second one, that is the middle ear, and third one, that is the inner ear. Okay, you can see in the figure the orange color shows the outer ear. Okay, see, this is the outer ear. Then middle ear, or it is also known as a tympanic cavity. So tympanic cavity or middle ear, that is shown in pink color. Okay, see, this is the middle ear. And third and last part, that is the inner ear. Okay, so that is shows in blue color. Okay, so that is the inner ear. So three parts of the ear. Okay, it is divided into three parts: external, middle and inner. So let us see in detail. So as we saw parts of the ear, in that inner ear, middle ear and outer ear. So first, which are the part that is in outer ear? Okay, so first one is the outer ear. In outer ear there is auricle, or it is also called as the pinna. Then external auditory canal. See, this is the auricle. Okay, see, this is the auricle. That is the auricle. Or we can say pinna, that is seen or that is visible portion of the head, okay, in the ear. Then Next one, that is the auditory canal. Okay, so that is the auditory canal. Okay, so this is the outer ear. See, this is the auditory canal. See, this is the auricle, and see, this is the auditory canal, and up to the tympanic membrane. See, this is the tympanic membrane. Now, second portion, that is the middle ear, or it is also called as a tympanic cavity. Okay, in that auditor ossicles. Which are auditor ossicles? In ear, there is, in middle portion, there is 3 small bone. Okay, is smallest bone, that is called as ossicles. Okay, so which are the auditory ossicles? You can see malleus, incus and the stapes. Okay, malleus, incus and the stapes. 3 bones, that is the auditory ossicle. Below the oval window, there is a round window. You can see in the figure, here there is a oval window and here there is a round window. Okay. Then Eustachian tube. See, this is the Eustachian tube. Okay. Then in inner ear, so up to this portion there is a middle ear. In inner ear, there is the vestibule. Okay, see, this is the vestibules. Then 3 semicircular canal. See, this is the 3 semicircular canals. Okay. Then cochlea. Okay, see, this is the snail shape, that is a cochlea. So these are the parts of the inner ear. So 3 parts in that. In outer ear, there is the auricle, that is the visible portion of the ear, or it is also called as the pinna. Also, there is external auditory canal up to the tympanic membrane. Second portion, that is a middle ear, or it is also called as the tympanic cavity. It contains the auditory ossicles. In that, 3 bones. Okay, malleus, incus and the stapes. Okay, 3 bones are there. Then oval window and the round window. Oval window is attached to the last bone, that is the stapes. Okay, then below the oval window there is a round window and Eustachian tube. Okay, that will goes into the throat. Okay, into the pharynx. Then inner ear, it contains the vestibules. Okay, see, this is the vestibules. Then semicircular 3 canals. See, this is the semicircular canals. And last one, that is the cochlea. See, this is the cochlea, that is in the snail shape. Now we will see in detail about these organs. So let us see about the outer ear. So outer ear consists 2 parts, that is the auricle, or we can say pinna, and external auditory canal, or we can say external acoustic meatus. See, this is the external acoustic meatus. Okay, or auditory canal. Now into outer ear. So first part, that is the auricle. It is also known as a pinna. It is a visible part of the ear. Okay, it is a visible part of the ear that projects from the side of the head. Okay, it is located at the side of the head and it is a visible portion of the head. Second one, it is composed of the fibroelastic cartilage covered with a skin. You can see, you can touch your ear, you can feel it is a fibroelastic cartilage. Okay, we can feel it by our hand. It is made up of the fibroelastic cartilage. It is deeply grooved. Okay, here you can see there is so many grooves are there. So deeply grooved and ridge. Okay, so many ridges are there and deeply grooves are there. It is most prominent outer ridge, that is a helix. See, this is the helix. This is the outer prominent area, outer prominent ridge. See, this is the helix. Okay, the lobule. So lobule, or we can say ear lobe, it is a soft pliable part at lower extremity composed of the fibrous and adipose tissue which is supplied with the blood. See what is lobule? See, this portion is known as a lobules. Okay, it is also known as a ear lobe. Okay, it is a soft as well as soft pliable area or part at the lower end of the ear that is known as a lobule. It is contain fibrous and adipose tissue with a blood supply. So what is this? It is auricle, it is a pinna, it is the visible external part of the ear. It contains so many ridge as well as the grooves are there. It contains fibroelastic cartilage as well as it has a main portion that is the lobules. Okay, at the below side, at the end side of the ear, that is the lobules. Now in the outer ear, the second portion, that is the second part, that is the external acoustic meatus, or we can say auditory canal. Okay, see, this is the auditory canal. You can see in the figure. See, this is the auditory canal, external acoustic meatus or external auditory meatus. See, this is the outer ear. Okay, the shape of the auditory canal, that is slightly in S shape. Okay, slightly in the S shape. Okay, see, you can see this is the S shape tube. Then size of the auditory canal, that is about 2.5 centimeter long and 0.7 centimeter in diameter. Okay, the size, or we can say the diameter, that is 0.7 centimeter, and the length of the auditory canal, that is the 2.5 centimeter. Where it is located? So it is located or lies within the temporal bone. Okay, you can see here the temporal bone. Okay, temporal bone extending from the auricle. Okay, start from the auricle and to the tympanic membrane, or it is also called as a eardrum. See, here there is a tympanic membrane. So between the auricle and the tympanic membrane, the portion, the canal, the tube, that is known as the auditory canal or external acoustic meatus. Okay, so tympanic membrane, it is also called as a eardrum. Okay, so second name, another name of the tympanic membrane, that is the eardrum. So from auricle to eardrum, this place is known as a external auditory canal. So now we will see the structure of the external auditory canal. So there are various or numerous number of the ceruminous glands along the auditory tube. Okay, into auditory tube, inside of the auditory tube. Okay, there is a various number of ceruminous group of the glands. Their function of the gland, that is to secrete the cerumen. Cerumen, it is also known as a earwax. So the ceruminous gland, it is very helpful for the secretion as well as the production of the cerumen into the ear canal. What is cerumen? Okay, what is cerumen? It is a sticky material. Okay, it is a sticky material which containing a protective substance. You can see in the figure in yellow color there is a cerumen. Okay, in the ear canal or auditory canal, in the lining of the canal or wall, there is a number of the ceruminous glands are there, and they are producing daily cerumen into the ear canal, into the auditory canal. So it is a very sticky material. Why? Because it has a function for the protection. Okay, protection of the ear. So it contains the protective substance which include the bactericidal enzyme. Okay, which are the protective substance into the cerumen? It is a bactericidal enzyme. Okay, what is bactericidal? They kill the bacteria. Okay, so lysozyme and immunoglobulins. Okay, so these are the content of the cerumen for the protective purpose. Foreign materials, for example, dust, insect and microorganism are prevented from reaching the tympanic membrane by wax. Okay, it is a sticky material, it is a material like a wax. Okay, so cerumen is a wax material. Because of sticky material, they are helpful for the prevention of the microorganism, dust, any bacteria, any insect that will goes towards the tympanic membrane. Okay, they prevent the entrance or reaching towards the tympanic membrane. Also, there is a hairs and the curvature of the meatus. The curvature or there is so many ridge over the external ear, so it is very helpful. The structure of the ear, it is helpful for the prevention of the easy entry into the ear. Okay, there will be hair, there will be wax, that is the cerumen, and the curvature or the structure of the external ear. It is very helpful for the prevention of the foreign materials inside into the ear. Now, in the outer ear, the next portion, that is the next part, that is the tympanic membrane. So, it is also called as a eardrum. You can see here there is a tympanic membrane. Okay, see, this is the tympanic membrane in green color, in dark green color. It is a tympanic membrane. It is also called as a eardrum. Okay, the another name of the tympanic membrane, that is the eardrum. Completely separate the external acoustic meatus and from the middle ear. Okay, that is a portion, that is a membrane between the external ear as well as the middle ear. You can see in the figure. See, this is the external ear, or we can say outer ear, and see, this is the middle ear. So it is located in between outer ear and the middle ear. It is like a membrane. It is in oval shape with slightly broader edge upwards. Okay, it is in oval shape and slightly, that is a broader in upside. Okay, change acoustic energy to mechanical energy. When the sounds of the energy will goes inside the tympanic membrane, it is very helpful and it is change the acoustic energy to the mechanical energy. So, the function of the tympanic membrane is to transfer the sounds into the inner ear. See, this is the real picture of the tympanic membrane. Okay, see, this is in oval shape and you can see it is slightly membrane like structure. Now we will see the walls of the outer ear. The outside third of the canal walls consist of the cartilage and the inner 2/3 of the wall, that is made up of the bone. So, the outside third part, that is made up of the cartilage, and inner portion, that is a 2/3 part, that is made up of the bone. Then it is formed by the three types of the tissue. So, first one is the outer covering, second one is the middle covering, and third one is the inner covering. So, outer covering or outer wall, that is a hairless skin. The middle layer, that is made up of the fibrous tissue, and the inner lining, that is the contain mucous membrane with continuous with the middle ear. Okay, so these are the three types of the tissue that is available or situated into the ear. Now second portion, that is the middle ear, or we can say tympanic cavity. So let us see the structure of the middle ear. In middle ear, it is an irregular shape air-filled cavity within the portion of the temporal bone. You can see this is the middle ear, okay, in pink color. So middle ear, it is irregular shaped cavity, always air-filled cavity, and within the portion of the temporal bone. You can see here temporal bone, and here there is a temporal bone. Okay, so that is a portion of the temporal bone between the tympanic membrane and the inner ear. Okay, this portion, middle portion or middle ear, it is a portion that is located between the outer ear and the inner ear. Okay, so from the tympanic membrane, from the outer ear and to the inner ear. See, this is the outer ear. See, this is the tympanic membrane, and see, this is the, here there is a inner ear. Okay, so this is the portion between the tympanic membrane to the inner ear. It is lined with the simple squamous or cuboidal epithelium. Okay, so it is made up of the squamous or cuboidal epithelium. Now we will see the wall. In that, the lateral wall of the middle ear, it is formed by a tympanic membrane. See, this is the lateral wall that is formed by the tympanic membrane. The roof and the floor, that is formed by the temporal bone. You can see in the figure, see, this is the temporal bone, see, this is the temporal bone. So roof and floor, it is made up of the temporal bone. The posterior wall, that is formed by the temporal bone with opening leading to the mastoid antrum. Okay, see, you can see this is the posterior wall. Here there is a posterior wall which contain the temporal bone. See, this is the temporal bone and the mastoid antrum. Okay, the mastoid bone's antrum. The medial wall, that is a thin layer of the temporal bone in which there is a two opening. Which are the two opening? First one is a oval window, second one is a round window. Okay, you can see here there is a, see, here there is the oval window and here there is a round window. Okay, so in the medial wall there is a thin layer of the temporal bone in which there is a two opening. First one is a oval window, second one is a round window. What is oval window? That is occluded by a part of the small bone called the stapes. You can see in the figure, see, this is the portion that is occluded by a small bone. Okay, that is a stapes. Stapes is, the oval window is occluded by a stapes, and second one is a round window that is located at the below side of the oval window. It is a fine sheet of the fibrous tissue. So this is the structure, or we can say relationship of the wall. Now the most important part of the middle ear, that is the auditory ossicles. So there is a three smallest bone in the human body that is known as the ossicle. Okay, known as ossicles. Okay, three bone. That is the smallest bone in our human body that is known as the auditory ossicles, and that is located into the middle portion or into the middle ear. It is a very small bones, only a few millimeters in the size. Which are the bones? First one is the malleus, second one is the incus, and third one is the stapes. three bones. You can see in the figure, see this is the eardrum, or we can say a tympanic membrane. See, first one is it looks like a hammer. So first one is a malleus. Second, that is anvil shape, that is incus. And third one, that is a stapes, that is the stirrup shape. Okay. So it is also known as a hammer, anvil and stirrup. So three bones of the inner middle ear, that is known as the malleus, incus and the stapes. So let us see about the malleus. The first bone that is located at the side of the tympanic membrane. So the malleus, this is a hammer shaped bone. You can see it is a hammer shaped bone. Okay, see this is the hammer shaped bone. Then the handle is contact with the tympanic membrane. So this the handle that is attached to the tympanic membrane, and the head forms a movable joint with the incus. See, this is the head of the malleus. Okay, so head that is movable with the joint with the incus bone. Okay, that is the second smallest bone. So what is malleus? It is the shape of the malleus that is looks like a hammer. Okay, so handle it is contact with the tympanic membrane, and head that is in contact with the incus, and it is a movable area or movable joint. Now second, that is the incus. Okay, so this is the middle one. Okay, it is a middle bone. You can see this is the incus in white color. You can see this is the incus. This is the middle bone. It is anvil shaped bone. Okay, it is looks like anvil. The body articulates with the malleus and the long process with the stapes. Okay, so the body that is articulate or that connect with the hammer bone, or we can say malleus bone, and the long process, see this is the long process that is attached to the stapes bone. So this is the bond between the malleus and the stapes. Now third bone, that is a stapes. Okay, so this is the medial stirrup shaped bone. Okay, see this is the medial stirrup shaped bone that attach to the oval window. Okay, the head articulate with the incus. You can see here there is the head articulate with the incus bone, and the foot plate that fits into the oval window. Okay, so the foot plate that is here, there is the oval window. There is the oval window. So the foot plate of the stapes that is fits into the oval window. So the stapes that is the bone between the incus and oval window. Now next part, that is the pharyngotympanic tube. Okay, pharyngotympanic tube. It is also known as the auditory tube as well as the eustachian tube. You can see in the figure, see it is a portion of the middle ear. Okay, it is a portion of the middle ear. You can see this is the auditory tube, or we can say eustachian tube. It is a tube that connects middle ear to the throat. So this is the tube that will connect to the throat. Okay, or it is connected to the pharynx, into the nasopharynx. Okay, so this is the tube like a structure that will connect ear and the throat, that will open into the nasopharynx of the person. Size of the auditory tube, or we can say eustachian tube, that is about the 4 cm long and 3 mm in diameter in adult. Okay, in adult there is 4 cm length. Okay, 4 cm length and 3 mm diameter. So this is the normal size or length and diameter in adult, while in children it is shorter in the length. In the children there is shorter in the length. So the length of this eustachian tube that is shorter into the children. Now we will see the parts of the eustachian tube. So it has a lateral part, that is 1/3 portion, that is a bony area. You can see this is the 1/3 portion, that is the lateral part. Okay, that is the lateral part that is made up of the bony area. Second, that is a medial portion. So 2/3 is a fibrocartilaginous. Okay, see this is the white portion, that is a fibrocartilaginous portion. So that is a medial or second portion. Then third portion, that is a isthmus. You can see it is a junction between two parts and it is the narrowest part. See, this is the junction between two parts. Okay, that is the narrowest area. Okay, that is known as a isthmus. It is the narrowest area or narrowest portion of the eustachian tube that is known as a isthmus. So there is three parts: lateral portion that is made up of the bone, then second portion that is a medial portion that is made up of the fibrocartilaginous, third one that is the isthmus, that is the portion between the lateral and the medial portion. Okay, and it is a narrowest portion of the eustachian tube. So this is the structure of the eustachian tube, or we can say auditory tube. Now third portion, that is the third part, that is the inner ear. Inner ear, it is called as a labyrinth. Okay, it is also called as a, or another name, that is the labyrinth. So it is the innermost part of the vertebrate ear. Okay, so it is innermost part that is shown in orange color, that is the internal ear, or it is the innermost part of the ear. It is also known as the labyrinth, meaning the maze which contains the organs of the hearing and the balance. So in the inner ear, this portion is useful for the balance and hearing. So this is the most important portion of the ear for the hearing process as well as the maintenance of the balance. So mainly responsible for the sound detection and the body balance and coordination. It is described into two parts. First one is a bony labyrinth and second one is a membranous labyrinth. So two parts of the inner ear. There is a bony labyrinth and second one is a membranous labyrinth. So let us see the first portion of the inner ear, that is the bony labyrinth. Okay, in the inner ear. So inner ear, in the bony labyrinth, it consists of the series of the bony cavity within the petrous part of the temporal bone. So what is the bony labyrinth? It contains a series of the bony cavities inside the inner portion or into inner ear or into the temporal bone. It is lined internally with the periosteum and it contains a fluid that is known as a perilymph. Okay, so in bony labyrinth, there is a fluid. Okay, it is known as a perilymph. It contains three major portions, three semicircular canal. You can see this is in blue colors, three semicircular canal. Okay, anterior, lateral and the posterior and posterior. Three semicircular canals. Second one, that is the vestibule. You can see this is the vestibule in green color. Third one, that is the concha. You can see this is the concha in yellow color. So three portion of the inner ear that is very useful for the hearing process as well as the maintenance of the balance and the gait as well as the coordination. So three parts in that semicircular canals. There is three semicircular canal. You can see in the blue color, okay, semicircular canal, that is anterior, posterior and the lateral semicircular canal. Middle portion, that is known as a vestibule, that is shown in the green color, and third portion, that is the yellow portion, that is known as the cochlea, that is in yellow color. So let us see in detail. So first one is a semicircular canals. You can see in the blue colors, that is a semicircular canal. So these are the three tubes, okay, three tubes, anterior, posterior and the lateral. Three tubes are there. You can see this is the anterior, see this is the posterior and see this is the lateral. Three semicircular canal, okay, that is in semicircular shape. So that's why it is called as a semicircular canal. One is situated in each of the three planes of the space, okay, that is in the angles, okay, that is, you can see this is in three planes, each plane in one semicircular canal, okay, so one in each plane. They contain the semicircular duct which are responsible for the balance, okay, they contain a semicircular duct, then it is very useful and the function of that is the balance. The canals are situated superior posterior to the vestibule that is known as a ampulla. You can see this is the ampulla, okay, see this is the ampulla. You can see this is the ampulla. So what is ampulla? It is a superior posterior to vestibule. The semicircular canal attached to the vestibule with the help of the ampulla. Okay, there is some swelling area that is known as a ampulla. So this is a semicircular canal. Okay. There is a three semicircular canal. It is very useful for the maintaining balance and it is located in each plane. Second portion, that is a vestibule. You can see in the figure, that is in green color, that is a vestibule. See, this is the vestibule in green color. Okay. It is a central portion or central part of the bony labyrinth. It is a middle portion of the bony labyrinth. The extended part nearest the middle ear, okay, the extended portion that is into the nearest to the middle ear. The oval and round windows are located in its lateral wall. So here there is a oval and round windows that is located into the lateral wall of the vestibule. It is separated from the middle ear by the oval window, okay, so it is separated by the oval window to the middle ear and communicates anteriorly with the concha. You can see it is communicate at the anterior side there is a concha and at the posterior side there is a semicircular canal, okay. So at the posterior side there is a semicircular canals. So this is the portion between the semicircular canal and the cochlea. Two parts of the membranous labyrinth, that is the saccule and the utricle. Okay, so these are the two parts of the vestibule that is known as a saccule and the, see this is the saccule and see this is the utricle. Okay, see two portion of the vestibule that is known as a saccule as well as the utricle. Now third portion, that is the cochlea. You can see that is in yellow color, that is a cochlea. So this resembles a snail cell. Okay, it looks like a snail. Okay, like this way, look like a snail. It is the auditory portion of the inner ear. Okay, it is the auditory as well as the hearing portion of the inner ear. It converts the mechanical energy into the electrical energy. Okay, the passes of the nerve impulse are passes by this way. Okay, it converts the mechanical energy to the electrical energy. The vestibulocochlear nerve are also found at the base of the cochlea. You can see here there is a vestibulocochlear nerve. It is also found with the cochlea. Now we will see the structure of the cochlea. So in cross section, the bony cochlea, it has a two compartment. You can see this is the cross section of the cochlea, which contain two compartments. Okay, two compartments which contain a perilimb. Okay, it is a bony part. So that's why here there is a fluid. It is called as a perilimb. So in cross section, two compartments. Which are the two compartments? The first one is the scala vestibuli. You can see this is the scala vestibuli. Okay, and second compartment, that is the scala tympani. You can see this is the scala tympani. Okay. So two parts in the cross section of the cochlea. What is cochlea? It is a snail shaped area. In the cross section of the cochlea, there is two major part or two compartment are there. First one is the scala vestibuli and second one is known as the scala tympani. So scala vestibuli, which originate at the oval window. Okay, it is originate at the oval window, and scala tympani with at end with the round window. Okay, see this is here there is a round window. Okay, so it starts with the oval window and it ends with the round window. So round window, that is a scala tympani, and start with the scala vestibuli. So two compartments are continuous with each other. You can see in this figure, that will be easy for you. See, this is the part. Okay, see this is the scala vestibuli. And second, that is the scala tympani. See, this is the scala vestibuli, and see this is the, so inner portion, that is scala vestibuli, and see this is the second portion, that is the scala tympani. So between two compartments, they are continuous with each other. You can see this is the they continuous with each other. Now we will see in more. The cochlear duct is a part of the membranous labyrinth in a triangular in shape. Okay, see this is the cochlear duct, that is a portion between scala vestibuli and scala tympani. This is a triangular shape, that is known as a cochlear duct. On the basilar membrane or the base of the triangle, there are supporting cells, or there is a specialized cochlear hair cells which contain auditory receptors. Okay, see here there is a, in green color, see this is the, there is a basilar membrane, and at the basilar membrane there are some supporting cells that contains a hair cells, that is a cochlear hair cells, which contain a auditory receptor. Okay, the nerve impulses or take or it sent to the brain with the help of hair cells. So hair cells are located on the basilar membrane. So these are the cells form spiral organ or of Corti. Organ of Corti, the sensory organ that respond to vibration by initiating nerve impulse that are then perceived as a hearing within the brain. Okay, you can see this is the organ of Corti. So you can see in this figure, okay, see this is the cells, okay, see this is the hair cells, okay. Hair cells which contain a sensory receptors. When vibration, sound vibration are occur, okay, they develop, the impulses will be perceived as a hearing because of the hair cells are present, okay. Now the auditory receptors are sensory nerves. They combine forming a cochlear part of the vestibulocochlear nerve, that is the 8 cranial nerves, which passes through a foramen into the temporal bone to reach the hearing area into the temporal lobe of the cerebrum. Okay, so with the help of the vestibular nerve and cochlear nerve, and from vestibular and cochlear nerve, they merge and goes with the help of these foramen of the temporal bone, and they become a vestibulocochlear nerve, that is the 8th cranial nerve. By these nerves, the impulses will be goes into the temporal lobe of the brain, okay, that into the cerebrum, okay, into the auditory area of the brain, okay. These type of the impulses are transmitted to the brain.